So, hello, I'll be talking today about notice source guidance and what to do about this, and also what to do next as well. So, I noticed that a lot of people, for me, when I started out on a spiritual journey, so I really was having a lot of conscious awareness about how I want to notice source and spiritual family guidance because to me it is very daunting. How can I notice their guidance for me each and every time? And the most amazing thing that I am aware of, and I know that is that they communicate in many different ways. So it can be that they communicate in ways, for example, through clouds. Maybe it's a shape, it's a particular shape that you see, and you are able to interpret it. It can be a flower, it can be a cloud, it can be a sun you see when you gaze at the clouds, or it can be particular words that you read, that people speak out also from television, or you read on the newspaper, or some place visually. And all of these can be ways that they communicate with you. It can also be your inner intuition, your inner feeling, your inner intuition that speaks out to you. And it can also be one more is about knowing, where you just know that it is it. And all of these are different ways that they communicate with us. And yeah, so for myself, I would also receive communication through dreams, through like really weird visions. I will receive them as well. So these are also a few of the ways that they communicate with me. And so the first one is really to notice the guidance and not push it away. So when you receive some form of guidance, intuitive guidance and message from source and spiritual family, uh, it is actually really different from normal message that you maybe have a conversation with another person, your friend. But when it is a guidance, a message from them, it's really different. It's a feeling that you will feel really different. One expression would be like a naggy feeling, or it would be really very odd. It's more like an emotion and energy that you will feel different. And I will say it will feel good to you, um, more in because it's a divine message from source and spiritual family. So, for an example, when I receive a message from Source and Spiritual Family, sometimes I receive it through quotes, sometimes I receive it through just inner guidance, inner awareness, inner knowing. And I just know that there is something that I have to take a look at, something that I have to learn, something that I have to do. And it would just be there, so it wouldn't make me feel bad and uncomfortable. It may make me feel uncomfortable, like it's more pertaining to ego and fear, but it's not where I will feel guilty and nasty and really, really bad and sick. So that is how one way you will notice it's a divine guidance and message from Source and Spiritual Family. And the important thing is not to push it away. Uh, I know it can be really difficult for people starting out to notice about source and spiritual family message, but as you go along the way, it will be easier. And yeah, so the best way is the second one is to remember to you can remember it, to be aware of it, or to take the idea, the guidance, the message down, maybe like on an exercise book, on a piece of paper. It can be like any paper at all. So you can really take it down and write it down, whatever message you receive. and you will notice really weird things. It will actually make sense to you. So what I actually did in the past, and it helped me a lot, is really taking things that I receive, every single one of it down. It doesn't have to be a full sentence. It can be just a keyword, but it will make sense to you because it's the guidance and message that you uniquely receive. So you write it down, and at the end of the day, you open your book again or your paper, and then you read it through. And then you walk through with Source and Spiritual Family. What is it that they are trying to guide you, the message and everything. And you just reflect upon it. So you take a review, you reflect upon it, and you see what is it. So you will have that inner knowing, and really not to push it away. So what will best help? I will give two um, like important key points. Is that the first thing that it will help a lot? Then so the first thing is aware that Source and Spiritual Family is with you 24/7. So all the time. This is very important. And in truth, when I was starting out, I would not feel that they are with me all the time. But afterwards on my journey, they are telling me that it is actually one point, one key information that will help a lot of people, is that they are really with the person all the time, uh, 24/7. So when you are outside, maybe in at school, at work, in the toilet, showering, bathing, and everything, they're with you 24/7. Whether if you take the initiative to do maybe a channeling, to do a tarot oracle reading, and etc., they are literally really with you. And that is very important because with that, you know that they then send you uh, guidance all the time, even when you not really engaging with them, like doing tarot and oracle card reading. So they're really already doing that. The second point is really what I was talking about how to recognize. So it's really just a general how to recognize that it is Source and Spiritual Family message, divine guidance message. So it will not make you feel bad. It will not make you feel guilty. It will not make you feel very uncomfortable. And that is one of the ways you can identify about the message. And it will really feel really, really odd. And that is where you will know it is them. And yeah, so these are the ways you will notice Source and Spiritual Family's message and guidance. And what to do, that was the second part that I was mentioning. Really, either remember, be aware, and I'll write it down on a piece of paper or on an exercise book or whiteboard. Just really write it down. And it will be more clear because um, just sharing a little is that when I had a lot of information coming from them, it's really difficult to remember them, catch them, and really, um, really taking into proactive action and awareness. So, meaning I will be more actively aware about this. It's more like a come and go. So, I'm not really aware of this actively. And there are so many things that they send. And one time I was talking with Sauce and my spiritual family that it's a lot that you send every single day. And sometimes they will just continually send information, guidance and everything on your path. And it is a lot. So really putting down into words on a piece of paper will help immensely. And the other thing that Source is telling me to share is not to doubt. So what really you bring forth when you do the review and reflection is really go through it again and notice about your feelings, how you feel about them. Ask source in your spiritual family to guide you what is the true guidance and message that you're bringing through and guiding you through when you do a review and reflection, as you do the exercise, and it will be fantastic. So I'll be sending the energies, the guidance blessing for this. If anyone would like to receive it, you can just receive it right now, and I'll just send it right now. So the guidance blessing will help with regards to this energy, and it will help to bring more sense what you receive, the guidance message. Many times I see a lot of people who may receive this energy in the future that it's like a lot of general information, but what is it specifically that they are really helping you? It will make more sense for you when you receive this energy and this blessing. So the other thing is really, so I'm just listening to Source speaking to me. Hmm. So the other thing is really Source and Spiritual Family saying to focus. If you can do an exercise, so I will actually do an exercise with Source and Spiritual Family. So just 5 minutes a day or a few minutes a day. It's where you really just maybe be in a meditative state, and you tell source, your spiritual family, to give you the guidance and message and focus on the important ones during this 5 minutes time. So it really draws you to what is really important, and yeah, and you will receive what is really important, and it really trains you. So this exercise trains you to really tune into the divine source, the divine spiritual families, I would say sort of frequency, because many of you sources saying have a lot of tuning in, and it can be really difficult when you want to be able to identify divine source frequency and your divine spiritual family frequency. So this is an exercise that I do with source and spiritual family, and really helps in my world when I do this with source and spiritual family. And yeah, it is done. So you just have to set an intention to receive the guidance blessing, and before I send it. So if you want to receive it again, you can rewatch it or go to the point where I'm going to send the guidance blessing, and just set the intention together with divine source and your divine spiritual family that you are ready to receive this, and it will be done. So this is done already. um, and this guidance blessing will help to really align you to the energies and bring your awareness about this and how to do it, and what to do the next step as well. That's the best for you on your journey. So thank you, everyone. Really nice to see all of you. So thank you. Bye bye.